Welcome to Yoga Journeys. One definition of sustainability is the potential for long-term well-being. Today, we're going to explore a few ways that we could sustain our well-being as well as our Earth's.
Yoga Journeys, Yoga Journeys, Yoga Journeys. Yoga Journeys, Yoga Journeys, Yoga Journeys.
So I have a question for you. What does a bear do in the wintertime? Yes.
It hibernates.
It does hibernate. And what does hibernating mean? Yes, sir.
Sleep all winter.
It does. It sleeps all winter. When the bear is sleeping all winter long, all it's doing is breathing, and its breath is sustaining it. So we're going to start with the bear breath. We're going to breathe in and out of our nose and deep in our belly. Let your breath have no sound. And after you breathe in this next time and you fill up with new oxygen and energy, hold your breath for a count of 3, letting it sustain us. And then we're going to breathe out through our nose. And empty out. And at the bottom of your breath, hold your breath again and see how it feels to feel empty. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in this time, fill up with your breath, but also fill up with whatever would be nourishing and nurturing to you, maybe a color or a feeling. Hold your breath, and what does it feel like to be full of nourishment? And then exhale and let it all go. And as you hold your breath at the bottom, how does it feel to be empty? Good. Now, what would be nourishing or nurturing to you? Would it be a color, maybe pink or blue, or would it be a feeling, maybe calm or hope? As you breathe in this next time, close your eyes. Fill up with your breath and with that feeling or color, and then hold your breath. Let it nourish and sustain you. Breathe out. Holding your breath. And one more, take a deep breath in, filling up with whatever would feel nourishing and nurturing to you, holding your breath. And then exhaling, letting it all out and relaxing, holding your breath. And then taking a deep breath in and just breathing naturally now, deep in and out your belly. Open your eyes to a soft gaze. You may want to look at the floor first and then go ahead and look up. Good. So that bear breath is all about feeling nourished and nurtured. Now we're going to do some yoga exercise that will help to nourish us as well. So let's come to stand at the top of our mat. So we're going to start with the half sun salutation. I thought that would be appropriate because when we're talking about sustainability, we're also talking about taking care of the earth. So we'll start with a salute to the sun. We'll bring our hands to our heart center. Stretch up through the crown of your head in mountain pose. Press your feet into the floor. Inhale your arms up and out to your side and stretch your fingertips up to the sky. And now fold forward and pull your forehead towards your knees. Bring your hands either to the floor so you could flatten your back and look up, or bring your hands to your legs so your legs can be straight. But then round your back and pull your forehead towards your knees. And then we'll bend our knees to come up, bringing our arms all the way up, hands together and back at our heart. Great. Take a deep breath in as you press your feet into the earth and lift the top of your head up to the sky. Breathe in and stretch your arms up and out to your side, folding forward. Pull your forehead towards your knees. Press your fingertips to the floor or into your legs. Looking up and flattening our back, and then rounding forward and hanging. And then we'll bend our knees to come up. Bringing our arms all the way up, hands together, and back at our heart. Great. Lower your arms and stand in mountain pose. Inhaling our arms all the way up and exhaling, folding forward, looking up and flattening our back, and then rounding forward and hanging. And then we'll bend our knees to come up, bringing our arms all the way up, hands together and back at our heart. Wonderful. Relax your arms and stand in mountain pose. So now we're going to play the mountain game. I want you to press your feet into the floor, and if you're pressing your feet into the floor so much, if I come over, wow, very good, and try to push you, you're not going to go anywhere because you're pressing into your feet. But if you weren't pressing into your feet, so don't press into your feet so much, if I were to push you, wow, you would almost fall over. So I'm just going to come around and ask you to press into your feet. Nice! And when you're pressing into your feet, it means you're in your center and you're grounded. Press into them more, Henry. Yes, you're not really pushing up against me. There you go. When you're really pressing down, you could feel you're grounded, you're in your center, and then you're going to be able to balance more easily. Good, so press into your feet, Sarah. Yes, like you're going to go through the mats. Nice, good. And now we're going to use this pressing down, grounded feeling to do, of course, the tree pose. All I want you to do is keep pressing down and shift your weight to your right leg and bend your left knee and just come onto your tiptoes. Bring your left foot on and off the mat. You're pressing down so much through your right leg, you're really solid in your foundation. So now bring your left foot onto your right leg. Look at a spot ahead of you for balance. Bring your hands to your heart. In honor of all those trees that we're saving by recycling all of our paper, let's spread our branches up, breathe in and out our nose, and fill up our body with nourishing, sustaining oxygen. Lowering our arms down, stepping onto both feet again, and mountain pose. So if I were to come over, you're really grounded and solid. So press your feet into your mat in that strong mountain pose. Good. Bring your weight to your other foot. Bend your knee and press your foot into your leg as much as your leg pushes into your foot. Raise your branches up, breathing the nourishing oxygen into your body, deep in your belly, and bring your hands to your heart and come back into mountain pose. You may even want to close your eyes and feel your belly get big as you breathe in and small as you breathe out, lifting the crown of your head up to the sky and pressing your feet into the earth. Good. Our next set of poses were inspired by wind turbines, which use their blades to collect wind energy to be used as electricity. So open your feet wide, and we're going to do the triangle pose, which we're going to call the wind turbine pose today. We're going to imagine our arms are those blades that are moving in the air, creating energy from our wind. So as you're ready, bring your hands down, and I want you to point your left toes to the front of your mat, and then bring your right heel slightly towards the back of your mat and turn your hips to face forward. Good, so you could turn your foot a little bit out less. So bring the other way, just to, yes. Does that feel better? You never want to do anything that doesn't feel good. So if it doesn't feel good, then don't do it. Straighten your legs. Press your feet into the earth. Open your arms out to your side. Now imagine that you're a wind turbine, and then the wind is taking you and tipping you to the left. And look up at your right hand, and remember, this is all about the air and the wind, so feel your belly get big as you breathe in and small as you breathe out. Lift all the way up. Now point your toes forward, keep your legs spread wide, and bend forward, bringing your hands to the earth. Pen, if I give you this block, you can place your hands here, and maybe it'll help you keep your legs straight. All right. So spread your feet, bend forward, bring your hands either down to the block or the floor. Bring your right hand to the floor, inhale your left arm all the way up. Exhale your left arm down. Inhale your right arm all the way up and exhale it all the way down. One more time. Inhaling, stretching your left arm up. Exhaling all the way down. Press your left hand into the earth or your block. Lift up your right arm. Relax all the way down. Bring your hands to your hips. Bend your knees and come all the way up. Now point your right toes to the back of your mat. Bring your left heel slightly to the front of your mat. Make sure your hips are facing this direction. Tuck your imaginary tail under and open your arms out to your side. And then imagine the wind taking your blades and tip to the right and look up at your left hand and breathe in and out of your nose, deep in your belly. Lift all the way up. Point your toes forward. Bring your feet together and stand back in mountain pose, pressing your feet into the floor, lifting your top of your head up to the sky and breathing in and out your nose. Great. So stand in mountain pose, let your feet press into the earth. Wonderful. And now we're going to rest in child's pose, but today we'll call it the rock pose. So face the front of your mat and come down onto your knees. Good. And let the back of your hands come down by your feet and your forehead rest on the floor. Now just let your hips relax. Breathe nice. Breathe in and out your nose. And Taylor, put one fist on top of the other and let your forehead rest on your fists. Good. So you can relax the back of your neck if your head doesn't easily reach the floor. Take 2 more deep breaths. Press your hands into the floor and walk yourself up. Good, and take a few deep breaths deep in your belly. So now that we've explored a few poses to help us sustain our health and well-being, let's look at some ways that we could sustain the well-being of our earth.
We could recycle cans, paper, plastic, and glass.
We could buy local produce to conserve gas.
We could throw away less stuff.
We can reuse.
We can compost our scraps to make perfect soil.
If my family composts, we can save 900 pounds of waste per year.
That's the size of an elephant.
We could recycle batteries instead of buying new ones every time to save energy. A renewable resource is something we can make more of.
Renewable energy, such as wind turbines, solar, geothermal, and water, are all clean, natural, sustainable alternatives.
Wind turbines create electricity by using wind. Solar panels can create electricity and make water warm and even make a plane fly.
We have these solar panels. We can put these up on our roof or on the front, on the south side of the house. And as the sun comes up, it heats the water in the panel, which is circulated back into a tank. And then we can use that instead of using coal or other fuels that we have to burn that pollute and use up resources on the environment.
We have solar panels on the roof of my house to heat our pool.
This is a living machine and it treats wastewater. All the used water in our house goes to the living machine.
So here we are in Julian Woods with Robert Forsberg, and he's going to introduce us to a living machine. So what happens when you flush your toilet or when the water goes down the drain in your home?
All the wastewater from the 12 households here at Julian Woods comes down to this greenhouse right here.
The plants in the living machine actually clean the wastewater.
One of the big advantages here is we don't need to add any chemicals. So what we have is a system that's pretty much the way nature works. So let's go into the greenhouse now, and I'll show you how the plants and all the life in there treats our wastewater. This is a floor plan of what's in this greenhouse. The wastewater comes in right here. The red line is the flow of wastewater through the system. There's a first marsh here, 5 aquaculture tanks, and then a sand filter, and then a second marsh. This pipe right here is where the wastewater comes in from all the houses. Once it gets in here, it's in this marsh right here. Like out in the world, you have marshes wetlands. This is the other end of the first marsh right here. And then the pump pumps the liquid up out of here into this aquaculture tank and flows down through each one of the 5. And then it goes back into a second marsh. This is the second marsh here. And it comes out of the second marsh with another pump. It's down in that tube. The final treatment is this ultraviolet disinfector. The ultraviolet light destroys any leftover bacteria. And then it flows into this whole section here. See all these nice plants? That treated wastewater is keeping all these plants alive. We have vegetables like tomatoes and peppers and eggplants and beans and, good heavens, lettuce. Then we can eat those vegetables and pick the flowers. And we not only treat our waste with this system, we get food back from it. And of course, they're organically grown because we don't have any chemicals or pesticides in this place.
So for our final relaxation, get as comfortable as you can. If you have a block, I want you to place the block on your belly. And if you don't have a block, just place your hands on your belly. So that way you could feel your belly get big as you breathe in and small as you breathe out. You're not forcing your hands or the block up and down. It's just the natural flow of your breath. If you have a block, you could almost imagine that it's a boat riding on waves of an ocean. And that's what we're going to do for our final relaxation. We're going to imagine waves of an ocean washing over us. Just feel your belly get big and small. And if you have a block or something else, maybe even a stuffed animal to put on your belly, let your arms open out to your sides and your palms face up. Breathe in and out of your nose, letting your breath have no sound. Relax all the way down from your head, through your neck and into your chest and shoulders. Soften down through your arms and out through your hands and fingers. Good. Soften your chest, your belly, and through your sides and all the way down your back. Feeling your breath moving in and out of your belly. Good. Relax your hips and all the way down your legs and out to your feet and your toes. And then I want you to breathe in. Imagine breathing in through the bottoms of your feet all the way up to the crown of your head. And then exhale from the crown of your head all the way down and out the bottoms of your feet. Inhaling up your body. Exhaling down your body. Letting your breath wash over you like a wave of the ocean. Nourishing as you breathe in, filling up with new oxygen and energy. And cleansing and letting go as you breathe out. Sinking into the floor just a little more. Good. Take one more breath up and down your body after the one you're working on now. End with an exhalation, letting your whole body soften just a bit more. And then just feel your belly rise and fall. Good. Bring your attention to the boundaries of your body, to your hands and your feet. And we'll transition slowly by wiggling our fingertips and our toes. Bring your hands together and warm them up by rubbing them together. And then place your warm hands over your eyes. Let your eyes open up into the palms of your hands. Move your hands away slowly until your beautiful, perfect hands are the first things that you see. And stretch your arms above your head onto the floor behind you and stretch through your right side and through your left side. As you're ready, bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. Roll over to your right side and rest with your head supported on your arm and your left arm just resting in front of you. Press your hands into your mat and walk yourself up slowly. And then come to sit facing the front of the room. So I hope you enjoyed exploring ways that we could take care of ourselves as well as the earth today. Let's end our journey by bringing our hands to our heart. Namaste.
Yoga journeys, yoga journeys, yoga journeys, yoga journeys, yoga journeys, yoga journeys.
Thank you for joining us today on Yoga Journeys. Please visit our website at yogajourneys.tv for more information on sustainability and how to live a more sustainable lifestyle.